Live in front of a studio audience, you're listening to Bandwidth Radio Hour on KXWE. Greetings, salutations, and a pleasant evening to all of you out there in our listening audience. You're tuned in to KXWE, your home for news, music, and fancy dog breeding tips, stretching out over the heartland from our tower to your living room everywhere west of the Mississippi.
Of course, if you're east of the Mississippi, you must be listening to our sister station, WXWE, your home for news, music, and the Daily Lobster Report. We have some fun surprises for you tonight with a brand new installment of Cowboy Can and Miss Annette. And later on, a thrilling twist on tonight's episode of Hard Boiled Night at the top of the hour. But first, let's settle into our nightly groove with the KXWE House Band.
Say, folks, I'll tell you what. It looks to me like the sun is dipping beneath those hills on the western horizon, and the shadows are growing long over those dusty streets, and I think I hear the approaching gallop of some noble steed.
That's right, partners. Sounds like Cowboy Ken is dropping in on Miss Annette's saloon once again. What do you say we check in on them? Howdy there, Miss Annette. You sure are looking fine this evening. Say, I've been riding all day and I've worked up myself a powerful thirst. I don't suppose to let an old cowpoke take a mug or bottle, or even a sip of something cold and refreshing. On credit.
Oh, Cowboy Ken, even if I believe you'd pay me back, I ain't giving no one no drinks today. No way, no how.
Why not? This is a saloon, ain't it?
Because I'm tired of you rootin' tootin' uncouth cowboys spittin' all over my nice clean dirt floor. There's a spittoon right there. That's what it's for. But not a one of you cares enough to expectorate where you're supposed to, so I'm just gonna keep your mouths as dry as a Mojave midday.
But I never miss a spittoon. I have perfect aim. Look.
Say, that weren't half bad. Can you do it from across the room?
Child's play.
Well, shucks, Cowboy Ken. I had you figured all wrong. Why, you're a perfect gentleman.
Bad Bart! I thought you were locked up in the county jail.
They ain't built a jail yet that'll hold Bad Bart. Say, Miss Annette, awful nice saloon you got here.
No, my floor!
Now, Bad Bart, I reckon you'd better apologize. You neglected to use the spittoon.
They ain't built a spittoon yet that'll hold Bad Bart's saliva.
You're making a big mistake.
Cowboy Ken, don't you stick your neck out on my account. I can fight my own battles.
Why, Miss Annette, that's mighty kind of you, but what kind of a cowboy would I be if I didn't stand up for a lady? Bart, let's take this outside.
You should have thought this through, Cowboy Ken. I've never lost a duel in my whole life.
You may think you're the dueling champion, Bad Bart, but around here, nobody outduels Cowboy Ken.
We'll just see about that, partner. Now, choose your weapon.
The tuba.
The tuba?
You heard me. I choose the tuba.
Well, in that case, I'm taking the trombone.
Watch out, Cowboy Ken. He's real mean with that trombone.
Let's just see if he can keep up.
Not bad, Cowboy. Now, how about this?
That all you got?
Say, you two are pretty good. Let me get in on that.
We got ourselves a real Eddie. Come on, everybody.
Well, the music on that street had the whole town's feet stomping. And after that, everyone went right back into Miss Annette's saloon to keep the party going. Even Bad Bart, who incidentally promised to empty that trombone spit valve into the proper receptacle.
Yes, things are coming up roses for Cowboy Ken and Miss Annette. But I see that sun fading behind the mountains, and the sky is turning dark and black. Noirs, the French might say. You heard me right, everyone. Looks like it's going to be a hard-boiled night. It was late. Had to been about 9 or 10. The only light in my office was the blue light shining in from the red light district. There must have been a reason all the red bulbs had burnt out, but that was a case for another day. Quitting time had come and gone, but I was still here brushing up on my philosophy. The way I see it, all the answers to life's great questions can be found at the bottom of a bottle, and I was studying hard. I must have forgotten to lock up, because when I looked up for my research, there was this buttoned up sort of number standing just inside my office door. You know the type. Tall, redhead, the sort of dame who won't take no for an answer, even if she asks you what K-N-O-W spells.
I understand you're a detective.
That's what it says on my door.
It doesn't say anything on your door.
Oh, right. The sign guy's coming on Thursday. Something in her eyes told me she had a tough case for me.
I have a tough case for you.
Something in her voice told me too.
What do you make of this?
It's a record. Vinyl. 45 by the look of it. Is that your mystery? Easiest case I've solved yet.
It's on the record. That's what's strange.
It just so happens I keep a hi-fi in my office. I use it as a bar table when I run out of room on my desk. Let's have ourselves a listen.
The song just stops right there in the middle, and then it comes back. That record was in my Grandma Barb and Grandpa Roger's collection. They left it to me, and as soon as I heard that song, it got stuck irretrievably in my head. I just can't get it out. But it's not complete, and it's driving me crazy.
The case of the missing measure. A puzzler to be sure. Let's play it one more time. Maybe there's nothing there. It could just be a silent measure.
It can't be. Does that sound right to you?
I can't say that it does. Miss, I'm sorry. I don't even know where to begin with this one. I slept right through music theory.
I know a little. My grandparents loved music, and they taught me a few things.
So what kind of a ditty is this?
I can't say for sure, but it sounds like a waltz.
And what do you know about waltzes?
They're in three. They usually have a repeating theme. They're often simple melodies that tend to stay in the same key.
So one missing measure, three missing beats. Could be a half-note, quarter-note situation.
No, it's too fast-moving, and the melody leading into it follows a pattern. 2 eighth notes, 2 quarter notes in one measure, then 3 quarter notes in the next. Sticking with the pattern, the missing measure has to be 3 quarter notes.
Then maybe the notes go up. Let's play it again. But this time, imagine the notes climbing up the scale like you're buttoning up the top 3 buttons of your trench coat right before you go through a cold and dark alley.
That sounded disconcerting.
Right key, but the wrong lock. What if we have the 3 notes going down? Like a man pulling down the front of his fedora, then pushing up the backside to make it go down a little more, then finally palming the top of his hat, sliding the brim so it shades just above his eyes.
That sounded even worse. I'm sorry I troubled you with this, detective. I'm just going to have to accept that this maddeningly incomplete song will be stuck in my head forever. Perhaps there's a nice institution I can check myself into for the rest of my life.
Sister, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Every mystery's built on a formula, a very simple one. You start with the ending, and you work backwards.
How's that going to help us?
You heard me. You start with the end, and you work backwards. What's that last measure again? That last chord, what was that?
E flat major. The root was E flat. I have perfect pitch.
And what about the middle chord?
That's a B flat dominant.
And the first?
A flat minor.
So backwards, that's E flat, B flat, A flat.
It couldn't possibly be that simple.
I'm telling you, that's how these things are done. Now, let's test our solution. Play it again, ma'am.
Beautiful. It's quite amazing how much better it sounds when it's all resolved. Thank you, detective.
I wondered what I got myself into. The Mystery Writers Guild has very strict policy about revealing trade secrets, and I just slipped up big time. But I couldn't have left her without her full song. I had a few bars of Ain't Misbehavin' stuck in my head for an entire year once, and I almost threw myself off a bridge.
But why? Ain't Misbehavin' is such a wonderful song.
And then there was the question of how she could hear my voiceover. But that was a case for another hard-boiled night.
And now, it's time for everyone's favorite game show, Fortune and Glory! And we're back with the final contestant of yesterday's game, Miss Eleanor Hubble. Now, Eleanor, remind the good folks at home what you do.
I'm the owner and proprietor of Eleanor's Cafe, the coziest cafe on Main Street.
Eleanor, you've made it almost the whole way through our bonus round. You spun the big wheel. You rung up 3 lucky 7s on our slot machine. You chose the right door. And you made it through our pool of mechanical crocodiles. And now it's time for the final challenge. You've already chosen today's final category, Shakespeare. Are you ready?
Oh, I sure am. I mean, forsooth, don't you know?
Okay, now here's your Shakespeare challenge. We need you to shake this spear.
What?
That's right, you'll be conducting our house band, and we need you to take this conducting spear.
The baton?
It's a spear, and conduct them in the proper time.
Oh, but I don't know how to.
3, 4, time! 4, 4! 6, 8! Now 7, 8!
Oh, my!
And now for the dreaded 13, 16!
Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear!
Not bad at all! Now bring them to a finish! Hold it! Hold it! And cut off!
I did it!
You certainly did. Now tell her what she's won.
Eleanor, you've just won a $20 gift certificate to Eleanor's Cafe, the coziest cafe on Main Street.
Oh, but that's...
All the time we have for today, you're exactly right. We'll see everyone tomorrow when a brand new contestant tries to gain fortune and glory!
Well, folks, it's been a swell time with you all, and we hope you've had half as much fun out there in Radio Land as we've had bringing you our program. But the time has come to bid you adieu as we come to the end of our broadcast day.
And so, happy trails from Cowboy Ken and Miss Annette. Until the next mystery from our hard-boiled heroes, and we'll see you when the wheel spins all the way around to the other side. But before you switch off your radio, we wish you sweet dreams with one last little number from our house band.